dear viewers, listeners, followers, welcome to my channel. Last week we learned about the Ho'oponopono method. This week we are going to talk about the human relations. Also want to say thank you for your lovely comments you left on my previous videos. I have had a number of positive emails and phone calls. Thank you very much. I am so happy to hear that some of you have already applied the method and felt the difference. Please don't give up after first attempt. Keep applying until you feel the difference. Please mean it when you say these words. Most people keep quiet and suffer silently. Your feelings and experiences can inspire others, so please talk about this. I get a lot of requests for individual therapy. My contact details, Instagram, Facebook, and email address below. What I share here is already a detailed therapy content. I advise everyone to watch the videos and subscribe. I usually recommended my patients to watch the same video more than once. Get your family and friends to watch and subscribe as well. Unfortunately, it is not possible to give therapy to everyone. I have other responsibilities. Please trust me on this and watch all of my videos whenever you are feeling down and helpless. These videos will help you. I moved to Rotterdam 5 years ago, and currently I am learning Dutch. It naturally takes a lot of time to prepare, plan, and shoot these videos. I am also trying to write a book. With my language studies, daily prayers, and work, you can imagine I am very busy. I will try and help as much as people as possible for the sake of Allah. I received offers from many places. For example, we had Epibay's awareness group of 250 people. Some of the people in the group already knew about me. They have seen my Turkish videos and found it very useful. They ask if you can give us a seminar. Some of them insist on a live broadcast. God willing, I would like to do a seminar and live broadcast. My goal is to establish a nonprofit foundation and raise a generation that looks to the future with hope. There is always a hope. God's options are endless. We have to accept that we cannot always feel positive or negative. As mentioned earlier, I had a number of phone calls from different people, but there was one that made me really happy. I talked to this patient on the phone. On our first session, we talked about her symptoms in detail. She was suffering from severe obsessions, OCD. For example, did I do my prayer right? Did I do my ablution right? And many more similar religious obsessions like this. After the first session, she said her obsessions were reduced dramatically. I was so pleased to hear this positive message. Because it was not completely gone, we decided to continue the therapy until she was healed. During this period, she said that she began to love herself more, that she could establish better relationships with people, and that she began to see the beautiful aspects of herself. And I feel much better, she said. These are, of course, very good developments. There were many returns like this, and these made us very happy. What is our purpose anyway? To be useful to people. You should apply, live, and share the content with your loved ones. God willing, everything will be better. I will eventually also do a live broadcast to meet up as many of you as possible. My only purpose is to help people. Now let's continue with the human relations aspect. What can we do? What should we pay attention to? Especially how should we apply that Ho'oponopono method? List of all the people you have had problems with so far. Especially think about the people who upset you a lot. You need to work on them one by one. Now close your eyes and imagine them in front of you. You need to tell them these 4 words. Start talking to them without any accusation and judgment. This is the only way this will work. Intentionally or unintentionally, knowingly or unknowingly, if I ever hurt you with my actions, words, and deeds, I am very sorry. You can say this to people you don't know as well. I love you, thank you, please forgive me. Repeat this many times. Please pay attention here. You do this even you think you have nothing to apologize, or even if you don't know what you are apologizing for. God willing, Soon you will start feeling refreshed and happy. Weight will be lifted on your shoulders. Please say it with feeling and sincerely. Think of these 4 sentences as an eraser. You claim the negative emotions in your relationship with that eraser. You will experience miracles even if you do it without believing it. Soon you will feel that the negative thoughts and emotions inside you are gradually lifting. You will miraculously start to love that person. Even the old anger and hatred will fade away. You will find yourself missing that person. You will wonder why you've been sulking all this time, realizing it wasn't worth it for such a trivial issue. Carrying that negative energy has been in vain. You will regret wasting your time, but when you finally release it, you experience a profound sense of relaxation. You will suddenly get a phone calls or messages from these people. You will want to speak to them or see them. If nothing else, you will probably see them on your dreams. If the people you are in a relationship with are angry, you also have anger in you, and you are attracting angry people into your life. Disappointment 2. It also means that your expectations are not met in your inner world. When I encounter negativity externally, it's not my fault. However, it remains my responsibility to address it, recognizing that its roots extend within me. When I take 100% responsibility and engage in the process of cleansing, the channels of communication begin to open up. If that person also learns and practices this method, a remarkable connection occurs. It's as if their hearts align, facing each other. Simultaneously, they find themselves thinking about and seeking one another, and in those moments they might even say, "I was just thinking about you." And he says, "I was thinking about you too." I have seen it happen. In this century, particularly after 2020, energies have surged and gained momentum. Whatever experiences you encounter with everything and every person you're connected to, take time to introspect. Look within and cleanse any negativity or unresolved issues. The entirety of existence happens within you and within your life. The whole world is your reflection. Assuming responsibility for your words, actions, and appearance brings about a distinct feeling. In truth, when you take ownership of your life, everything you perceive, what you see, hear, taste, or experience, is within your sphere of responsibility. We are all connected. Terror, rulers, finances, criminals, because it is all happening in your life, they all come to you to be healed. It is astonishing. This truth may catch you off guard. It's not mere rhetoric, it's an undeniable reality. Those external entities, what we perceive as separate from us, lack true existence. They merely mirror our inner landscape. The crux of the matter lies within us, not with them. If transformation is our aim, we must initiate that change within ourselves. Hugh Len says, "It's easier to point fingers than to realize that we all can improve our behavior. Ultimately, if you want your life to improve, you must take responsibility for improving it." This can go on. Now I really want you to take a deep breath here. I want you to go into a meditative state. Let's breathe now. Close your eyes if you prefer. Imagine a very bright white light and void space. Get in touch with your inner self and listen to yourself, addressing your own self. I come from nothing to the light. I am that emptiness, the emptiness beyond all consciousness. I am the primitive self. I draw my rainbow bow on the waters, the continuity of minds with matter. I am an invisible, untouchable breeze. I am an atom whose creation cannot be defined. I am me, spirit, and superconsciousness. And at this point, say everything you think about. For example, the fear of losing everything, the fear of failure, the fear of being misunderstood, the fear that even though I tell people the truth and the good, I can't get them to accept me, or your fear of the future and fear of the mistakes in the past. Whatever it is, put it here and continue by saying, "Oh, my soul, my higher consciousness, identify the source of my feelings, my thoughts. Carry this wisdom into every level, layer, region, and facet of my existence. Delve deep, examine thoroughly, and resolve it flawlessly with divine truth." From the beginning of time to this day, transcending all generations and heal each and every event based on this source and its extensions. Please do this until you reach the present me in accordance with God's will and until you are filled with light and truth. I ask forgiveness from my God for my inaccurate perceptions, love, and peace. I ask for forgiveness for any person, place, circumstance, or event that has contributed to these feelings and thoughts. Peace be with you. I am the peace that is me, the peace that is with me. Say your inner self the following: I give you my peace now and forever and ever. I leave my peace with you. Not the peace of the world, only me, my peace, my peace, my peace, first says Hugh Len, because he knows that for the world to be peaceful, I need to be peaceful first. Yes, it is very important to achieve inner peace and serenity. This is the most important thing that all celestial and non-celestial religions and all philosophical, mystical, esoteric methods aim for. Inner peace and serenity, a state of being in balance. We can reach the state of zero if we can establish equilibrium in our life. If God wants, He can inspire a Buddhist or a Christian in Hawaii. He can inspire a Shintoist in the Far East, or a Jew in the South, or a random person in the Islamic world. Only God knows and can do this easily. God sometimes speaks to you through a bird, sometimes through an ant in the Holy Book, sometimes through a spider, sometimes through a bee, sometimes through a cow. As long as we have a heart to comprehend, eyes to see, ears to hear. In graduate school, we studied 5 religions in the history of religions: Hinduism, Buddhism, Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. In the phenomenology of religion, we examined the common points of religions. Our professor gave the meaning of the 10th verse of the Bhagavad Gita, the holy book of Hinduism, in English, and it was almost exactly the same as Surah Al-Ikhlas in the Quran. I even asked the lecturer directly, how can this be? Isn't Hinduism a polytheistic religion? But here he was explaining the Tawheed in Surah Al-Ikhlas, the belief in one God. I said, I can't believe it. The teacher emphasized that if you learn to look beyond the surface, even in a world of diversity, you'll discover underlying unity. Indeed, when we acknowledge that everything in the universe ultimately points to the singular presence of God, clarity emerges. I said, Alhamdulillah. As Rumi said, let us put ourselves in the center of the divine universe, the center of Allah's Sharia. Imagine standing at the center of a compass, its tip pointing in all directions. As you walk around the entire area, your footprints trace a path. In this process, you open up your perceptions, all while remaining aligned with universal Sharia standards. Put yourself at the center of a compass, go through all the systems with your research foot, experience traveling, seeing and learning. Just as a bee collects nectar from various flowers to create honey, we too must open our inner eye to perceive divine truths. The clarity of the measure lies in the universal truths of the Quran and our adherence to the Sunnah. Our goal is to reach the divine love, the consent of our God, and to do all our deeds with ikhlas. May Allah grant us the opportunity to do all our deeds with ikhlas and to complete them in goodness, inshallah.